For years, we were told this was the perfect ending. The bully was defeated, the underdog victorious, but this was only one side of the story. Because Cobra Kai didn't just bring Johnny Lawrence back, it made us root for him. And somehow, it made us realize he was never the real villain, he was just broken. So how did a washed up, beer-chugging 80s relic become one of the greatest redemption arcs in TV history? Let's talk about how Cobra Kai made us love Johnny Lawrence. In the past, Johnny was the rich bully, the bad guy. But Cobra Kai flips the script and lets us see things from Johnny's point of view. Back then, Johnny wasn't evil. He genuinely believed he was doing the right thing, following Kreese's teachings. But what if Johnny had a different mentor? Would he still have been the bad guy? In the beginning of the show, we meet Miguel, an awkward, scrawny kid who needs help with everything. The moment he stands up for Miguel, where he beats up a bunch of teenagers, becomes the spark that ignites his passion. Teaching Miguel gives Johnny something he hasn't had in decades: purpose. For the first time in years, someone is looking up to him, believing in him. And despite his rough, unfiltered attitude, Johnny genuinely wants to help Miguel become stronger. He pushes Miguel in ways that are borderline insane.
Drowning is for pussies, alright? Don't be a pussy.
Yet, in its own twisted way, his tough love works. Miguel in turn becomes more than just Johnny's student. He becomes the son Johnny never had. You know, if he didn't fuck up with Robbie. Unlike Robbie, who grew up resenting Johnny for being absent, Miguel actually wants his guidance. Their bond grows organically, transforming from a simple teacher-student relationship into something more. Miguel's kindness and emotional intelligence rubs off on Johnny, teaching him how to be more open and vulnerable. It's because of Miguel that Johnny starts to repair his relationship with Robbie, realizing that being a father figure isn't just about teaching someone how to fight, it's about showing up for them. By the time Johnny truly embraces his role as a sensei, it's no longer about reliving his glory days or proving himself to the world. It's about something bigger. It's about guiding lost kids the way he wished he had been guided. Another reason why I think I love Johnny as a character is the evolution of his relationship with his rival Daniel. To Johnny, Daniel stole everything: his girl, his tournament, his future. And to Daniel, Johnny is still the bully who made his life hell. Their relationship is built on misunderstandings and stubbornness. Every time they seem close to making peace, their egos get in the way. Whether it's dojo rivalries, their students fighting, or just their different approaches to karate.
Wax off. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it. You always need to practice your fundamentals.
That's right, clean it good. You want it to look brand spanking new. Get all the cans out of there. If you find any loose change, it belongs to me.
They always find a reason to clash. I swear this whole show is based on misunderstandings. Over time, they begin to respect each other. The moments when they set aside their rivalry, whether it's bonding over a few drinks, fighting a common enemy, or training together, are some of the best in the show. Johnny and Daniel's relationship is a perfect example of how Cobra Kai makes us reevaluate old stories. It reminds us that people change, perspectives shift, and sometimes our biggest enemies can become our greatest allies. We're not just cheering for them to work together, we're cheering for Johnny because his ability to let go of the past shows how far he's come. It especially shows in the final fight, where Johnny listens to Daniel about using Miyagi-Do and takes a step back. And Danny's like, "Oh yeah, you got it." Another thing I love about Johnny is that he's still stuck in the 80s. His personality hasn't changed with the times, which becomes obvious whenever he tries to use modern technology.
Stupid arrow. Bullshit. Where the hell's the internet?
Can I get a copy of that? Don't worry, I'll tag you. Tag you, what the hell's that mean? Check your Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore. I threw my phone away.
Oh, it's on your computer too, right?
Yeah.
Johnny struggles with change, but that's what makes him so compelling. He wants to change, he wants to fix things with Robbie, to be a better mentor, and he wants to run Cobra Kai his way. But then Kreese comes back, and suddenly Johnny's thrown into a battle not just for his dojo, but for pretty much his own soul. I feel Johnny's relationship with Kreese is one of the most complex dynamics in Cobra Kai. Kreese isn't just his sensei, he was the closest thing Johnny had to a father, but instead of guiding him with wisdom, Kreese molded him through fear, aggression, and a warped sense of strength. Even as an adult, Johnny struggles to break free from Kreese's influence. There's still a part of him that craves his approval, even though he knows Kreese's teachings led him down a destructive path. When Kreese returns, Johnny is torn between nostalgia and the painful realization that his old mentor will never change. Their fights aren't just physical. Johnny wants to teach his students discipline without cruelty, strength without corruption, but Kreese represents the worst version of Cobra Kai, a reminder of everything Johnny is trying not to be. However, Cobra Kai Season 6 finally brings closure to their complicated relationship. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Johnny acknowledges the impact Kreese had on his life, and for the first time, Kreese lets his guard down, showing a glimmer of regret. Their reconciliation isn't about forgetting the past, but about breaking free from it. Johnny chooses to move forward, not as Kreese's student, but as his own man, proving that he's finally outgrown the shadow of his former mentor. Johnny Lawrence is the ultimate redemption story, and that's why we love him. When Cobra Kai begins, he's rock bottom, broke, alone, and drowning in his own failures. He's not just a washed-up karate champion, he's a man haunted by his past. But that's what makes his redemption feel so real. He doesn't suddenly change overnight, he fights for it, stumbles, and gets back up. At the core of Johnny's redemption is his sincerity. He wants to do right by the people in his life, whether it's Miguel, Robbie, or even Daniel. He doesn't always know how, but when he messes up, he owns it. His relationship with Miguel is proof of that. When he realizes he's becoming too much like Kreese, he pulls back. But what makes Johnny so likable isn't just his growth, it's his humor and heart. He's blunt, outdated, and hilariously out of touch.
Enemy deserves no mercy. What is the problem, Mr. Diaz?
No problem, Sensei. You punched me. I have asthma, so...
Not anymore.
The doctor said I could be on the spectrum.
I don't know what that is, but get off it pronto, all right? Appreciate you coming in, but there are no girls in Cobra Kai.
Why not?
Same reason there aren't women in the Army. Doesn't make sense.
But there's something endearing about it. He's not trying to be offensive, he just genuinely doesn't know better. His old school tough guy attitude is part of what makes him stand out in a world that's moved past him. But deep down, he's got a heart of gold. His redemption isn't just about proving himself to others, it's about proving to himself that he can be better. He spent so long believing he was a failure, defined by his own losses, that it takes him years to finally see his own worth. And when he does, when he truly embraces that he's more than just his past mistakes, it's one of the most rewarding arcs in the show. Johnny Lawrence isn't just a great redemption story, he's proof that it's never too late to change, to grow, and to fight for a better version of yourself. And that's why we love him.